The moment the world changed, it didn't look like a revelation. It was just a broadcast, a man at a podium, 4 stranded beings seated behind him. But something in their faces, something in their stillness, reached people in ways no speech ever could. They weren't invaders, they weren't saviors. They were exiles, carrying the memory of a home they could not return to. In a small room on the other side of the world, a woman watched the broadcast alone. She knew that look, the look of someone who has lost everything. She recognized their wound because she had lived it too. And for the first time in years, she felt something shift inside her, a quiet pull toward understanding. In a quiet study, an old philosopher paused the broadcast. He saw what others missed, the meaning behind the moment. He understood that compassion is not an ideal, but a direction a species can choose. He saw the world we could become, one without war, without bias, where we finally learn to see each other clearly. And he whispered to no one, "This is the turning point." In a dim apartment, a scientist attended an online lecture. Goran spoke softly, drawing equations that should not have been possible. Emotional signatures mapped like waveforms, resonance patterns that mirrored human grief. She realized the truth the new science had been pointing to, that we are one species capable of evolving together. And she felt the future open. Days later, 3 strangers walked toward the same shoreline. A refugee, a philosopher, a scientist, each drawn by something they could not explain. And there, waiting in the mist, stood the one they had seen on the screen. Not a threat, not a mystery, just a being, carrying the same longing they carried. She stepped forward first, the one who knew exile. He followed, the one who understood meaning. She joined them, the one who saw the pattern. 3 perspectives, 1 moment, emotion, meaning, and knowledge aligning for the first time. The Jevmmunian lifted a hand, not in power, in recognition, and in that fragile gesture, they understood us too. This was the first bridge, not built by nations, but by people. A refugee who knew their pain, a philosopher who saw their purpose, a scientist who understood their truth. The moment we truly saw each other was the moment everything began to change. And from that moment forward, the future was no longer something that happened to us. It was something we chose.